Cinderella!
I just wish I was doing something more important with my life.
Worrying about that self-worth again, Prince Topher.
It all just comes too easily.
The fact of the matter remains, sire. You are going to be king, and very soon. When your sainted mother and father passed away and left you in my charge, I promised them that when you came of age, you would be prepared for your reign.
I know, Sebastian, I know. And I guess I am ready to be a king. The thing of it is, I just don't even know who I am yet.
I'm sure it will come to you. And until then, might I suggest faking it?
Really?
You wouldn't be the first, and you wouldn't be the last.
To the castle.
To the castle. Still, these questions nag me, nag. No, not you, Buttercup. I just wonder, me, who am I? A far from perfect guy. A kid who wants to do what's right, but often does what's wrong. A dribble voice is where I'll keep love this thing I start. A guy who dreams like a lion, but wakes up like a lamb. Me, who am I but the guy I am? That's who
His
I
Royal Highness, Christopher Rupert, Slayer of Dragons, Pitiless Ogres, Destroyer of Griffins and Giants, no friend to gargoyles, Dragon! Sportsman and poet.
I got it!
Like a lion, but wakes up like a lamb.
Me, who am I but the guy I am?
Yeah, he's our hero.
Oh, stop!
Such perfection. He's the
Now that's too much.
self-reflection. To self-free when you are king. There is no one quite like
Me, who am I? A far from perfect guy. A jerk who wants to do what's right, but often does what's wrong. A drip whose voice is way off key, but loves to sing a song. A dope who dreams like a lion, but wakes up like a lamb. Me, who am I but the guy I am? That's who I. That's whom I.
what a guy.
Ha!
person. Fetch us some water.
Yes, sir.
Don't talk to her that way. How do you know that she's poor?
Look at her. She's filthy.
Here you are, sire.
Thank you, young lady. That's very kind of you.
It's just water.
Now, give her some money.
Really?
Yes, of course. It's charity. You have things, and she doesn't. So, you are going to give her some of your things. So that way, she doesn't have a revolution and take your things.
Any spare change?
The moment charity is mentioned, out comes every layabout.
Here you are, old woman.
Thank you. Bless you, kind sir.
Be careful, my lord. Many of the poor have weapons.
Be gone with you!
No! Good sirs, that is merely crazy Marie. She lives in the woods and comes only to town to gather what others throw away. She is kind and gentle in every way, sweet and delicate, but nuts.
She is harmless, I can tell. Sebastian, Lord Pinkleton, sheathe your swords. You are a good friend to Marie. How lucky she is to have a true friend such as you. I wish I had a true friend in this world.
I'm standing right here.
Shall we journey on?
Very well, Pinkleton. Be well, young lady.
I don't want charity.
Then take it as a token, in admiration for a true friend in this world. Buttercup! Oh, right. Sorry. A lot on my mind.
Thank you for saving my life, dear Ella. I shall return the favor.
I didn't do it to have a favor returned.
I know. I have a shawl here that only has a few holes and smells of cabbage. You can wear it.
Not necessary. What a handsome man that was. So kind and generous.
That was but not a man. That was Prince Topher, the slayer of giants and dragons. He's just returned to us from university. He's to be crowned king.
That man, a world leader. But he appears to have a heart, mind, and soul. Marie, it can't be. You're crazy.
Yes, I am. But that does not change the fact that he's returned to be our ruler. Look at your coin, dear.
Why, it is him. From the left. Such silly ears. And the crown doesn't help things. He should wear a floppy hat. Here, Marie, please take this coin. Buy yourself something warm to eat.
Why is it always the very poorest who are the most generous? It breaks my heart.
Here is our own Jean-Michel. He will spout gibberish now and bore us.
Be nice. Good day, Jean-Michel.
And do you know why the poorest are the most generous, Ella and Crazy Marie?
No, but I have a feeling you're about to be most forthcoming.
Because it is a corrupt system with a smashed moral compass.
You will forgive me if I just stagger about and mutter.
I will be going alone to the palace to protest the corruption that riddles our government. You must come with me.
That is Madame, Ella's stepmother.
I will shout to the prince, and he will have no choice but to listen.
Cinderella!
You are in harm's way.
I have a vision for what this kingdom could be.
Cinderella, help me with my parcels this instant. Cinderella, lazy stepdaughter, help me with my package. Careful. No one knows the extreme tortures I'm subjected to. I'm ignoring that. Charlotte, Gabrielle, come, daughters, come. We're here, Mama. You're exhausted being as beautiful as we look. Cinderella, come help your sisters with their packages. Into the house, daughters. The real ones.
Madame isn't always terrible. Sometimes she sleeps.
Gabrielle, I have brought a book from university with pictures of other lands and how they govern. Norway, Italy, Japan.
I have mentioned my interest in these places only in passing. And you've brought me a whole book. Look at you.
And 4 days from now, I would like to take you on a date. I'm organizing a soup kitchen, and we need someone to stir and ladle.
Gabrielle, do not talk to that man. We are steering precariously between upper middle class and lower upper class. We cannot be seen talking to this revolutionary. To the house at once.
Why do I care? Why do I try? I'll never be good enough for her. I should just take this book and burn it.
Why not give the book to dear Ella?
If it's quite all right, Jean-Michel, I would love to look at your book of how other countries live.
Then, here, Ella, take it. I shall go my way alone and live my life. Because I'm a loner. You're coming with me, right?
Of course.
Good.
A book. It's been so long since I owned something. Just me.
Cinderella, go in there and clean the kitchen.
I've just finished.
Then fix dinner.
It's on the stove.
Then the bed's
Beds are all turned down and your bed clothing is all laid out.
Well, where'd you get that book?
Jean-Michel just gave it to me.
It must be so nice, people just giving you gifts. Still daddy's little girl. And what's this doing here?
That's my father's coat.
It's rags.
It's all I have to remember him by.
It's rags now. Clean the porch with these rags.
I'm as mild and as meek as a mouse. When I hear a command, I obey. But I know of a spot in my house where no one can stand in my way. In my own little corner, in my own little chair, I can be whatever I want to be. On the wing of my fancy, I can fly anywhere, and the world will open its arms to me. I'm a young Norwegian princess or a milkmaid. I'm the greatest prima donna in Milan. I'm an heiress who has always had her silk made by her own flock of silkworms in Japan. I'm a girl men go mad for, love's a game I can play with a cool and confident kind of air. Just as long as I stay in my own little corner, all alone in my own little chair. I can be whatever I want to be. I'm a thief in Calcutta, I'm a queen in Peru. I'm a mermaid dancing upon the sea. I'm a huntress on an African safari. It's a dangerous type of sport and yet it's fun. In the night I sally forth to seek my quarry. And I find I forgot to bring my gun. I am lost in the jungle all alone and unarmed when I meet a lioness in her lair. Then I'm glad to be back in my own little corner. All alone in my own little chair. I can be whatever I want to be.
Just as long as I stay in my own little corner.
All
alone
in my own
little chair. Your Majesty, Your Majesty, a list of the lords entreating me. A list of the lords entreating me with what? 105 requests. That seems a lot.
I'll take this. Your Majestic Highness, In honor of your upcoming coronation, we proudly proclaim your kingdom a land of plenty and bounty. May I have the imprimatur of your ring on this other announcement?
Oh, right. What's it for?
It's complicated. Do you really want me to go into it?
What are the
Prince
details?
Topher, listen.
What was that?
You must take responsibility for your actions.
Who's that yelling from the other side of the moat?
The people are being treated unfairly by your government.
He seems upset.
Rabble rouser! Ignore him. I have this new law which forbids any... Actually, if you just give me the ring, it would save the trip.
Shouldn't we listen to what he has to say? People were never upset with my mom and dad. Were they?
Your mother and father had the good fortune of being royalty in a time of plenty. And since their unfortunate demise, I've done my best to run this country. I've done my best to raise you in the finest of schools.
Hello, I'm talking here.
We should invite him up for a talk.
Ignore him.
I will not give up. If you won't listen, I will shout this to the town square.
Should shout this to the town square. Perhaps it's time for a distraction.
What kind of distraction?
A royal wedding.
Wow. And does that work?
Like a dream, every time.
But who will get married?
Well, you.
That's just silly. I don't know any girls. I went to an all-boys school off in the woods, and then attended an all-male university on an island. Why would you do this to me?
For this happy day, I'm going to find you a bride. Oh, happy the day.
This is nonsense. How will you find me a bride?
We shall have a magnificent ball. Dancing.
What?
For every eligible young woman in the kingdom who could afford a gown will attend. That is a wonderful selection process right there. You see, if you can't afford a dress, well, you have no business marrying a prince. Now, all the guests will arrive in masks, and you will dance with all of the girls. And at the stroke of midnight, all the guests will remove their masks, and you will have found your bride.
That's fast.
King and queen upon the throne, I am here to guide you through all of your decisions. It's really a win-win.
But how will any woman fall in love with me so quickly?
A valid question, which we will answer sometime soon. Now, Lord Pinkleton, I'd like you to tell us to all a pronouncement, an announcement. His Royal Highness...
Please don't say my whole
Christopher
name.
Rupert,
So embarrassing.
Carl Alexander, Francois Reginald, Lancelot Herman,
Herman!
Gregory James is giving a ball.
Sebastian, dancing? Can we talk about this? Please?
Now is the time to act. No other time will do. Live and play your part, don't give away your heart, don't take what the world gives you. Now is the time to live, no other time is real. Yesterday is gone, tomorrow is a guest, today you can see and feel. No, listen, tradespeople, tinkers, fishmongers. I shout to the prince, but he ignores me. If he and Sebastian can take the land of the very poor, it is only a matter of time before they take from all of us. No! For you just can't wait to be served by fate on a silver plate or a tray. Now is the time of your life, the time of your life is today.
The prince is giving a ball, the prince is giving a ball. Hear ye, a ball, that's not all. The prince is giving a ball, the prince is giving a ball. Hear ye, His Royal Highness Christopher Rupert James is giving a ball. The prince is giving a ball. The prince is giving a ball.
Hello, I'm talking here. Now is the time to act. No other time will do.
Giving a what?
A ball. time to live. No other time is real.
The prince is giving a ball.
But
His Royal Highness Christopher Rupert, Windermere Vladimir, Carl Alexander, Francois Reginald, Lancelot Herman Gregory James is giving a ball.
The prince is giving a what?
The prince is giving a ball. The prince is giving a ball. His Majesty has this stick. To attend the ball, all one requires is an invitation and suitably fashionable attire. And the prince shall choose a woman to be his bride. That means anyone can be.
The prince is giving a ball.
I wish I were an older girl. I wish I were a younger girl. I wish I were an older girl.
The prince is giving a ball.
I don't wish anymore, but now I wish a lot of things I've never wished before. I wish I had, I wish I could, I wish I might, I wish I would, I wish I were invited to the Princess Royal Palace Ball.
now's the time to act. Now is the time to live. His Royal Highness Christopher Rupert James is giving a ball.
His Royal Highness Christopher Rupert, Slayer of Dragons, Destroyer of Gargoyles, Sportsman and Poet, Herman
Gregory James is giving a ball.
The prince is giving a ball. The prince is giving a ball. He's giving a ball.
Foldy roll and fiddle-dee-dee, fiddle-dee-faddle-dee-foodle. All the wishes in the world are poppycock and twaddle. The prince is giving a ball.
Cinderella, when you finish tightening delicate Charlotte's corset,
Oh, I can taste my lunch.
we must move on to Gabrielle's hair. It is beginning to fear what looks like a Bavarian pretzel. Cinderella. 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 It is the most amusing name. I crack myself up. She sits by the cinders of the fire, and her name's Ella, so I call her Cinderella. Why don't I have any friends?
Face it, Mama. You are well versed in the art of ridicule.
I do have a flair for it, don't I, actual daughters? Watch and learn. Cinderella, get ready, get dressed. We're going to take you to the ball and find you a husband.
Really?
Ridicule, who caught it?
I did.
That's terrible.
Who can that be? And at this hour? Everyone get out of here while I get rid of this imbecile. Cinderella, get that dress on Charlotte. What brand of idiot would? Why, Sebastian, what a lovely surprise.
Madame, I invite you to hang upon my every word.
Invitation accepted.
Tonight's ball shall be in masks. The prince will be in a gold mask with a feather. What color mask will your daughter Gabrielle be wearing?
Why, pink.
If the daughter is anything like the mother, I believe that the gold mask and the pink mask should meet and fall in love.
Are you implying what I'm inferring?
Your daughter's all a part of my master plan.
You are genius.
And you are preceptor. I shall see you at the ball. Together we shall make this so.
Come, daughters, come. Oh, Gabrielle, my Gabrielle, just look at you. You too, Charlotte, but really, look at Gabrielle. Cinderella, fetch the blue box. From Venice, a piece of glass spun to perfection, more valuable than diamonds. Tonight, each of us shall wear the tiniest bit around our necks. Allow me to place this tiny bulb around the neck of my courageous Charlotte. And allow me to place this tiny bulb around the neck of my beautiful Gabrielle. Cinderella, fetch the perfume. Come, two daughters that count. Let's finish getting ready. Who can that be? Must be good news.
Good evening, madam. Gabrielle. Please excuse me for interrupting your momentous evening tonight. For the ball, I thought you might desire to take these wild flowers. I've picked them myself.
Thank you, John Michel. They're so beautiful.
And for the mother of the most perfect girl in all God's creation, I picked this myself, and I just...
You are not welcome here. Get out, 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 out of my house.
Would you perhaps consider to let me...
Leave and take your simple pleasures with you.
Madame, don't be mean. That was so nice.
No. Plans. There are plans. Plans that do not involve Mr. Soapbox.
But he means well, and I think he likes me.
Let me tell you about love, Miss Flowers in your hand and dreams in your head. I married your father for love, and when he died, I cried. But when I married Cinderella's father for money, when he died, I got a house. 7:30, ball preparation, double time. Cinderella, my shoes! Charlotte, powder sister's face.
I can't see.
Venetian glass.
I'm hungry.
Never mind about that. Cinderella, my cloak.
Coming, madame.
Expensive bracelet, necklace, hair. Then the prince we shall ensnare.
Then the prince we shall ensnare.
Are we worthy?
Yes, yes.
To battle. The crown is ours to lose. Posture, posture.
Expensive bracelet, necklace, hair. Then the prince we shall ensnare. Expensive bracelet, necklace, hair.
Invitations.
Tonight is night. Everything changes, daughters. Off to the ball. Expensive bracelet, necklace, hair. Cinderella's not going anywhere.
One of the flowers in the bouquet. It was a wild rose. It has scratched my lip. Yes, I'm bleeding. Should go to the prince and scratch his lip.
Oh, now.
Make him drink lemonade. Oh, that would sting.
That's just cruel.
Enough of taking things as they are. Now is the time for us to march, the peasants, the tradespeople, and finally get the prince to listen to us, instead of having this fancy ball.
You should do that. You should march up to him and talk to him.
He won't listen to me. He uses his castle to hide from the truth. Him speaking with me will never happen. The only thing funnier is you going to the ball. Why don't you just go to the ball and ask the prince when he's going to start noticing that people are being evicted from their land? Ha! That's absurd! Ha!
Jean-Michel, I could go to the prince and he might listen to me. And if I had a ball gown, I think I might look kind of nice. I am in the royal palace of all places when I meet the finest prince you've ever seen. And the color of my two stepsisters' faces is a queer sort of sour apple green. I am coy and flirtatious when alone with the prince. I am the belle of the ball in my own little corner, all alone in my own little chair.
Foldy-roll and fiddle-dee-dee, fiddle-dee-faddle-dee-foodle. All the wishes in the world are poppycock and twaddle.
Oh, crazy Marie, are you mocking me with your madness?
Yes, foldy-roll and fiddle-dee-dee, fiddle-dee-faddle-dee-foodle. All the dreamers in the world are dizzy in the noodle.
So what if I have a dream to see the prince again and tell him what life in his kingdom is really like and what it could be?
Exactly. And then to have him fall in love with you?
No one will fall in love with me. Why do you come to visit me tonight?
I just knew I would find you in the same little chair, in the pale pink mist of a foolish dream.
I am being foolish.
Then be foolish with me. What would you dream of?
An invitation to the ball, I guess.
Right here. There's an invitation.
But it's torn.
Oh, don't wait for everything to be perfect. Just go. Now, what else would you dream of?
A white gown, I imagine. A beautiful white gown sewn up with pearls and jewels, and a tiara of diamonds.
And on your feet?
Why, the most beautiful grosgrain pumps, I'd imagine.
No, better. That Venetian glass that your stepmother so loves in her trinkets and baubles. An entire pair of shoes made only of Venetian glass.
Oh, how silly! I'd be the envy of all. But how will I get to the ball?
Well, this pumpkin over here.
Yes?
I'll turn it into a golden carriage.
And horses?
Those mice trapped in that cage.
And a fox as a footman. And a raccoon as a driver. Why, that's just crazy. In order to do that, you'd have to be a fairy godmother. Marie! But you are a crazy woman. What are you doing in that beautiful gown?
You'd be surprised how many beautiful gowns have crazy women in them.
Are you really my fairy godmother?
But of course, my child. Actually, I'm everyone's fairy godmother. But you're the only one who's given me charity, generosity, and kindness. And now I must make all that we joked about come true.
But that's so improbable, implausible.
Impossible for a plain yellow pumpkin to become a golden carriage. Impossible for a plain country bumpkin and her prince to join in marriage. For white mice will never be for white horses. Such full-day-roll and fiddle-dee-dee of courses. Impossible. But the world is full of zanies and fools who don't believe in sensible rules and won't believe what sensible people say. And because these daft and dewy-eyed dopes keep building up impossible hopes, impossible things are happening every day.
Impossible,
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 impossible, impossible.
But if you could be a beggar woman not 5 minutes ago, and now you are my fairy godmother, then anything is possible, right?
I suppose so.
Then you could change it all. You could make it all happen.
No, but you could change it. You could make it all happen.
And never, I couldn't.
You're right. It's all so impossible for a plain yellow pumpkin to become a golden carrot.
But you said
impossible for a plain country bumpkin and her prince to join in marriage. For white mice it will never be for white horses. Such fold-a-roll and fiddle-dee-dee of courses. Impossible.
but the world is full of zanies and fools who won't believe in sensible rules and won't believe what sensible people say.
And because these daft and dewy-eyed dopes keep building up impossible hopes, impossible things are happening every day.
in all the land.
And as promised in our laughter, glass slippers. Now, Cinderella, I must warn you. All of this magic is very powerful, but it will end at midnight tonight. Now go to the ball in the name of every girl who's ever wished to go to a ball in a beautiful gown. In the name of every girl who's ever wished to change the world she lives in. And go with the promise of possibility.
It's possible. It's possible. It's possible. It's possible. It's possible. It's possible. It's possible for a plain yellow pumpkin to become a golden carriage. It's possible for a plain country bumpkin and a prince to join in marriage. And 4 white mice are easily turned to horses. Such folderol and fiddle-dee-dee of courses, quite possible. For the world is full of zanies and fools who won't believe in sensible rules and won't believe what sensible people say.
And because they stopped in doing and don't keep building up impossible hopes, impossible things are happening every day.
It's possible.
It's possible.
It's possible.
It's possible.
It's possible.
It's possible.
It's
So we'll just wait together.
Sebastian, honestly.
Only 200 more women to go.
So, which one is it?
Which one is which?
The prince. Which one is the prince? What do you think I came here for? The free food?
A good time. A dance, perhaps.
Wrong answer. I have marrying royalty on my mind. So, which one is he here?
Well, maybe it's me.
Not likely. You're no prince. You're ordinary.
Ordinary? What makes you think I'm ordinary?
We're doing a gavotte, and you can't even keep the beat. When we do the waltz, you're going to trip over your 2 left feet and land straight on your little bum. End of discussion.
Hope to talk to you later.
I moved on.
How do you do?
How do you do?
Lovely dance, isn't it? I hope my dancing's all right.
Oh, your dancing is absolutely princely. Oops, I let that slip out.
So you know.
I would know a wise and handsome prince anywhere.
The last girl did not know.
You're kidding me. Thanks for the heads up. Oh,
I think she does now.
Well,
So,
what can you tell me about yourself?
what would it please you to know, Your Highness?
What are your interests?
Oh, why, whatever your interests are, Your Highness.
Okay, creepy.
Your Majestic Highness, just because I was playing hard to get doesn't mean I'm hard to get.
Really creepy. Sebastian, I don't think I can do this anymore. I'm sorry.
It's the prince. What?
Why? Oh, why? I want you to quit. No. Why? No.
Everyone, take sides. It's time to play ridicule.
What happened to the nice girl?
Ignore her, we're playing ridicule. And you get to be judge. Players spin in 2 circles, and when the music stops, players out ridicule one another. Let's find you a bride.
1 and 2 and 3.
Oh, but my dear, I love that dress. No matter how many times I've seen it. I remember when that dress was first in fashion, when I was a young girl.
Please do not speak of your childhood, as I have not brought along a copy of the Old Testament to follow along.
What do you even call that?
Well, it's awfully sophisticated.
It just seems like cruelty.
Sophisticated cruelty. There's a slight difference there. I keep forgetting what it is.
I'm not quite sure I want to play this game.
And here we have another round at the ready.
Bum diddy bum 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 diddy bum bum.
1 and 2 and 3.
Age before beauty, you first dear.
You have such a lovely speaking voice. Have you ever considered reciting poetry?
Say, what? Why do you say that? Do the ridicule.
No reason. I just really liked your speaking voice, and I think you would sound really wonderful reciting a poem. And I also like your necklace. It's a lovely color for you.
Why are you doing this to me?
What is this bewitchery you practice?
It's just kindness.
Kind. This?
Yes, kindness. It's practiced in all the great courts now. Ridicule isn't done anywhere anymore. It's all kindness now. Even in the French courts.
Kindness.
Yes, you know, compassion.
Why, you strange woman.
I don't know who she is, but she is very wealthy indeed. And did you see her feet? Shoes made of Venetian glass. My resentment is all consuming.
Kindness. You must all try it.
No.
I'll be the first. Kindness. Isn't it wonderful to have such a lovely young lady such as yourself in our court?
Thank you. And it's an honor to be at this wonderful party you are throwing.
It's like every time they speak, a part of me dies.
This room is full of Muslims. loveliest woman I've ever seen.
I just heard that there's vanilla cake at the buffet. I love vanilla cake. Make whoever made it.
This court is alive with black and warm. Like it was during the reign of your summer's parents.
May his reign be a continuation of theirs.
Those were glorious days. But so are these. Look at all these magnificent guests. You are so kind. Thank you. You make me wish I were a better person. There's something somewhat familiar about you. What could that be?
I admire how you've changed everything around you. And yet, I feel so comfortable with you. I feel as if I've met you before. "10 minutes ago, I saw you. I looked up when you came through the door. My head started reeling, you gave me the feeling the room had no ceiling or floor. 10 minutes ago, I saw you. Murmured our how do you do's. I wanted to ring out the bells and fling out my arms and to sing out the news. I have found her, she's an angel, with the dust of the stars in her eyes. We are dancing, we are flying, and she's taking me back to the skies. In the arms of my love I'm flying, over mountain and meadow and glen. And I like it so well that for all I can tell, I may never come down again." I've just met you. I'm sorry to be so effusive. It's just events like this. I feel like, what am I even doing here?
I feel the same.
Like such a phony.
So do I.
You do?
Yes.
Me too. My name is...
Topher. Short for Christopher, yes, I know.
Have we met before?
Yes, but we are seeing each other for the first time right now. I saw you, and we murmured our how do you do's. I wanted to ring out the bells and fling out my arms and to sing out the news. I have found him, I have found him. In the arms of my love I'm flying, over mountain and meadow and glen. And I like it so well that for all I can tell, I may never come down again.
I may never come down to earth again. Ten minutes ago we murmured, how do you do's? I wanted to ring out the bells and fling out my arms and to sing out the news. I have found her, she's an angel, with the dust of the stars in her eyes. We are dancing, we are flying, and she's taking me back to the skies. In the arms of my love I'm flying, over mountain and meadow and glen. And I like it so well that for all I can tell, and I like it so well. And I like it so well that for all I can tell, I may never come down. I may never come down to earth again.
What time is it?
Only midnight. Why?
Midnight. I have to go.
Oh, but I've just found you.
I don't want to, but I must.
Please don't go.
Prince Topher, there's something I have to tell you. The poor are having their land taken. You have to talk to them. You must.
That doesn't sound very kind. How could you say that that's kindness?
This is all so wonderful. You are so wonderful. But I have to go.
Wait! Young lady, stop! Where are you going?
Your Highness, Your Highness.
Gabrielle.
Wait! Wait! I don't even know your name! Wait! I don't even know your name! The lady! She has run off! She left in a golden carriage! We must find her!
Madame, we will take your carriage.
We haven't the room.
Then leave your daughters behind.
After her! She is my destiny!
But, no, seriously. What just happened? Seriously. Why would a fella want a girl like her? Frail and fluffy beauty. Why can't a fella ever once prefer a solid girl like me? She's a frothy little bubble with a flimsy kind of charm. And with very little trouble, I could break a little arm. Ow! Ow! Why would a fella want a girl like her? So obviously unusual. Why can't a fella ever once prefer a usual girl like me?
Her cheeks are a pretty shade of pink,
But not any pinker than a rose's.
her skin may be delicate and so.
But not any softer than a dose's.
Her neck is no whiter than a swan. She's only as dainty as a daisy.
She's only as graceful as a bird. So why is the fellow going crazy? Oh, why would a fellow want a girl like her? A girl who's merely lovely. Why can a fellow ever once prefer a girl who's merely me?
What's the matter with the man? What's the matter with the man? What's the matter with the man?
Footwear is now falling from the sky.
The lady! She has taken a shortcut straight through the woods! Gentlemen, lanterns! We must find her if it's the last thing we do! She is my lady!
Yes, he's witty, so disarming, and I really like the way he holds a room. Clever, cunning, ever charming. How do I make him see I'm special? It's a pity, I'm as pretty, plus I've got the patience of a perfect saint. So I'm waiting, always waiting. Nevertheless, I am a mess. Loosen my dress, help me, I'm starting to. Why would a fellow want a girl like her? A girl who isn't dizzy. Why can't a fellow ever once prefer a high-strung girl like me? Her cheeks are a pretty shade of pink.
What's the matter with the man?
Not any pinker than a rose's.
What's the matter with the
Skin
man?
may be delicate and soft,
What's the matter with the
but
man?
not any softer than a dose's. Her neck is no whiter than a swan's.
What's the matter with the man?
Only as dainty as a daisy.
What's the matter with the man?
Only as graceful as a bird. So why is the fellow going crazy? Oh, why would a fellow want a girl like her? A girl who's merely lovely. Why can a fellow ever once prefer a girl who's merely me?
What's the matter with the man? What's the matter with the man? What's the matter with the man?
She's the matter, let me at her.
What's the matter with the man? What's the matter with the man? What's the matter with the man?
What's the matter with the man?
Your Majesty, Your Majesty.
Lord Pinkleton, where is she?
There are reports along the eastern road of a golden carriage.
10 minutes ago, I held her.
Your Majesty, we saw the carriage. This we cannot explain. It simply just flew into the mist. Impossible, I know.
Impossible? Then we shall do the impossible. 10 minutes ago, we were dancing in the palace of all places, and her gown was like a cloud of snowy white. How the moonlight shone its beams upon our faces, till she vanished like a phantom in the night. I just know I will find her, she's the girl of my dreams. and the thrill is more than my heart can bear.
Look, Carrie!
That's it! That's the one after her! What is this? To the west!
He was tall, very tall, and his eyes were clear and blue. He was slim, very slim, and his coat a snowy hue. When he walked across the ballroom floor, he was like a thing divine, and all the ladies turned their heads, and naturally I turned mine. The chandeliers were shooting stars, the drums and horns and soft guitars were sounding more like nightingales. The wind blew like sails, and I was floating just above the floor, feeling slightly taller than before. He was tall, very tall.
When I left this house, I was quite convinced my daughter was me queen, and I would never have to come back here to this. And now, well, I'm back here to this.
Was the ball a disappointment, madame?
The prince, despite his being well-born and raised with great care by a Lord Protector, showed the most appalling manners. Appalling! He spent the entire evening dancing with some old nobody.
How did Gabrielle and Charlotte take that?
The prince has fallen head over heels for someone else. If he keeps this up, I may never want to go out with him.
What was going on in His Royal Highness's thick skull?
The way he looked at her, with respect, I hope no man ever looks at me that way.
If that woman had any morality or sense of what's right in this world, she would have not appeared at the ball at all.
But can you imagine how she must have felt tonight, arriving at the ball and meeting the man of her dreams?
I cannot. My mind has no place for puerile or rank.
I can imagine it, I think.
I can imagine it.
I can imagine it, and I have no imagination.
When you're driving through the moonlight on the highway, when you're driving through the moonlight to the dance, you are breathless with the wild anticipation of adventure and excitement and romance. When at last you see the towers of the palace, silhouetted on the sky above the park, and below them is a row of lighted windows, like a lovely diamond necklace in the dark.
It looks that way.
The way you say,
She talks as if she knows.
I do not know, these things are so, I only just suppose. I suppose that when you come into the ballroom, and the room itself is floating in the air, if you're suddenly confronted by His Highness, you are frozen like a statue on the stair. You're afraid he'll hear the way your heart is beating, and you know you mustn't make the first advance. You are seriously thinking of retreating, then you seem to hear him asking you to dance. You make a bow, a timid bow, and shyly answer yes.
How would you know that this is so?
I do no more than guess.
You can guess till you're blue in the face, but you can't even picture such a man. He is more than a friend.
He's an ace. But sisters, I really think I can.
Can what?
I think that I can picture such a man. He was tall, and his breast
His eyes, he can turn our girl to gravy.
and I can imagine it.
I imagine it too.
This squinting is in my sinuses. It's me imagining it.
I'm throwing caution to the wind. I'm imagining it as well.
Can you imagine what that girl would be feeling? Dancing with the prince? A lovely night, a lovely night, a finer night you know you'll never see. You meet your prince, a charming prince, as charming as a prince will ever be. The stars in the hazy heaven tremble above you, while he is whispering, darling, I love you. You say goodbye, away you fly, but on your lips you keep a kiss. All your life you'll dream of this lovely, lovely night.
Charlotte, play the pianoforte.
Okay, but it's not going to be very good. A lovely night, a lovely night, a finer night you'll know you'll never see.
La 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 la.
You meet
Your prince, a
A
charming prince, as charming as a prince will ever be. The stars in the hazy heaven tremble above you, while he is whispering, of this lovely, 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 lovely night.
Isn't it wonderful how the knee just keep on going? Get up. Put away whatever you call it. The only thing that is getting me through this is the fact that the prince seemed so devastated when his dream date ran away.
Oh, it was hilarious. The powdering room was full of yammering. Why did the girl run away? At first glance, the girl is physically unappealing.
To bed, my lovely daughters. Cinderella, you stay here and clean up this pigsty of a parlor. Why is there a pumpkin on my table? It makes no design sense.
Is there anything else you'd like to know, Ella?
No, it sounds like a really wonderful ball. I only wish I could have been there.
How did you know all that had happened earlier at the ball this evening?
I just supposed it, imagined it, had a vision.
Interesting. Quick, how many fingers?
2?
3. Fascinating. Where are your visions now?
You're being silly. You're just picking on me because I said the prince was wearing a white jacket.
You didn't say it, and he was. Something's going on here.
You're being absurd, more than usual. I need to
Here,
finish
let
up.
me help you with that. Your hands are so rough and calloused from work. Just like the hand of the woman I shook this evening, who danced with the prince.
I don't know what you're
It was
talking.
you tonight, wasn't it? It was you. How do you dance in glass shoes?
You won't tell the others, will you? Madame and Charlotte?
No, never.
Are you mad at me that I stole the prince from you?
I will confess a secret to you. I never loved the prince, or even liked him. There's someone else that I want.
Who is it?
Well, Madame hates him.
That doesn't narrow the field.
If I promise to keep your secret of the prince, will you promise to keep the secret of my forbidden love?
I can. Who is it?
It's John Michel, the firebrand.
He is a nice man, and he seems angry for all the right reasons.
He wants to change the world and make it a better place. You gotta love a guy like that.
You may one day win Jean Michel, but I will never win Prince Topher. If he saw me as I truly am, he would never want me.
That's not true. He'd love you for who you are.
I don't see how.
Well, if Madame ever saw me with John Michel, why, I shudder to think what she might do. Are you sure you can keep my secret?
I can, and you can keep mine. We shall have a secret that will make us
co-conspirators?
friends.
Sisters.
May we both find our loves.
And our lives. The stars in a hazy heaven, trembling above me,
danced when he promised always to love me.
The day came through.
Away I flew, but on my lips he left a kiss.
All my life I'll dream of this.
Lovely,
lovely, lovely night.
I wake in the loneliness of sunrise, when the deep purple heavens turn blue, and start to pray as I pray each day that I'll hear some word from you. I lie in the loneliness of evening, looking out on a silver flake sea, and ask the moon, oh how soon will my love come home to me? I have found her, she's an angel, with the dust of the stars in her eyes.
we are dancing
And flying, and she's taking me back to the skies. I lie in the loneliness of evening, looking out on a silver flake sea, and ask the moon, oh how soon will my love come home to me? Will my love come home to me?
Honestly, sire, 3 nights in a row you searched. And here it is, 4 o'clock in the morning. It's as if you are testing my good nature. The second the woman in white ran off, which we all seem to imply she has a police record, the second she is off, you don't want to dance with any of the other girls.
Sebastian, are there poor people in this kingdom who are having their lands taken from them?
If there were, I would tell you.
Do they need our help?
Everyone donated joyfully. Ignore this talk. Where do you hear it?
The girl.
I don't know that she is to be trusted, sire. Please come back to the palace. The work is piling up.
No. Something isn't right.
As you say, sire. The ring, sire.
Oh, right. What's it for this time?
Nothing, sire. Hardly worth troubling your beautiful mind.
Let me read it.
I should explain before.
I'll read this on my own.
Sire, please come back to the castle and let's drop some coverage. You don't want to.
I'm reading this now, thank you.
But
that will be all, Sebastian. I'll ask you if I need anything explained. Oh. No! Sebastian!
Sire, I can explain.
How could you do this? This in my name!
I am maintaining this life for you. Without my watchful eye, you should be a pauper. Would you like that?
I want that girl, that one who talked to me. I want to talk to that girl.
A troublemaker.
We're having another ball, a banquet, and she'll come to that.
She won't show. This is lunacy.
She will come, and you're inviting everyone in the kingdom.
Don't forget who you're talking to.
And don't you forget who you're talking to. Now we're having another ball, and I'm finding that girl.
Very well, sire. She won't show. You don't even know her name. And if she really thought you were worthy of all her high ideals, she would have stayed, wouldn't she?
A banquet!
The prince is looking dreamy-eyed. He has since giving the ball. And still he wants to find his bride, the one he lost at the ball. So spread the word through the land, the prince is throwing a banquet.
Hear ye, hear ye.
It is his wish that the girl he met at the bar last night will attend. And as for the rest of us, well, what can I say? There's gonna be a ham. Talk it back to me.
Hear ye, hear ye.
And of course, I want to keep an eye on what women are there. I'm not giving up control this time. Spread the word.
Hear ye, hear ye. His Royal Highness Christopher Rupert James is giving.
Cinderella, where are you? Cinderella, where can you be?
Don't be dreamy, I can't find this lady. Hoping to see her, asking where is she?
Cinderella, where is she? A banquet. Out of all things, 2 significant social events in 1 week. Now, granted, I've never looked lovelier, but my physical perfection comes at a price. Gloves, that's what it was. Cinderella, where are my gloves?
Don't tell her you have the gloves quite yet. Yes, I know she'll be abusive later, but trust me, this shall be worth it. I'm going to tell Madame that I am sick. Do you want some tea or?
I'm not really sick. I'm pretending. It's just like when Charlotte would pretend to be sick to get out of things she didn't like the third and fourth grades. I will be sick just as we are leaving for the banquet. Madame and Charlotte will leave without me. I will then change back in my regular clothes and meet my secret crush, John Michel. I'm taking him up on his offer to help at a soup kitchen.
A soup
I get to ladle, you heard me. And guess what will happen to this beautiful dress and invitation? I shall loan them both to you. You shall go in my stead and meet the prince and fall in love and get married and exact revenge on Madame and try to keep John Michel out of the stockade. Tra-la-la-la, the way my mind works.
Cinderella, I can't find my gloves.
And don't worry about Madame. She never notices anything that isn't her.
Madame, your gloves are right here.
Why did you not tell me you had them, foolish child? Charlotte, you must make haste. And those shoes are delicate and dainty.
My feet burn like the heat of 100 suns.
To the carriage, daughters.
Ooh, Madame, my stomach. I must have eaten something this morning that disagrees with me.
No, no, no. This can't prevent me from going to the banquet tonight.
Go. You go without me. Let Charlotte steal the prince from the homely girl from the ball. Go. Let Charlotte become queen.
I think I can make that work.
I shall do this battle with only half my troops. Cinderella, fetch the physician. If Gabrielle gets better, send her to the castle immediately. Gabrielle, keep your invitation and get better. I insist on it.
Thank you, Mother. I'll come a fight for you.
Not on the dress! Charlotte, the carriage awaits.
Shh. Quick, I'll change, and you knock on the door.
It knocked back.
Then open it.
Well, hello, Jean-Michel.
I'm tired of hiding in the shadows like a fearful person.
Would you rather see Madame?
Hiding is nice.
How are you this evening?
I'm going out with Gabrielle tonight, and I'm wound up like a tick. We're gonna go to the greengrocer and beg him for whatever scraps he might have. Then we'll slave over a hot stove and make a meal for the very poorest. I hope she's not expecting that much fun every night. Gabrielle, I much prefer you in this simple attire. You no longer look like a carnival attraction.
You speak such kind words to me all the day long. And what of the soup kitchen this evening?
Our first priority is with the poor. Then we shall march to the palace steps and speak with the prince. We only have one thing to worry about.
What's that?
That he'll even listen to us.
Well, Ella might be a help. You know, she's talked to the prince.
What? Ella's talked to the prince.
She went to the ball. They were talking about the kingdom and how to make things better. And tonight, she's going to the banquet.
Oh, the world is upside down. But do you know what this means? If she really talked to him, then he'll talk to me. And he'll be open to my suggestions. What do you call this feeling I have?
Optimism.
Optimism. I've got to try this more often.
You can march up to the prince and talk to him.
I can march up to the prince and talk to him.
You can be a leader.
I could be a leader.
You can be my boyfriend.
I could be your boy. Whoa. Left turn. What are you doing? This seems very counter-revolutionary.
I like the man who wants to change the world, but I also like the man who brought me flowers.
Who brought you flowers? Oh, I did. No, I couldn't.
You just said so. Optimism.
Optimism?
Let yourself go.
I could be your boyfriend?
Yes.
Yes. Am I your boyfriend?
Yes.
So that's how it is?
Mama.
My daughter, my flesh and blood, going with someone so unsuitable? I had plans for you, Gabrielle. So you decide to pay me? And you think you can come in here again? How many times I've told you, you stay away from my daughter.
I just wanted to dig it.
And you think you could go to court? I never loved your father. I only married him for his money. You've been nothing but a nuisance to me since the day he died. You think you can wear a beautiful gown? You think that is acceptable? You just mean rags. Rags. It's all you're worth.
Mother, please stop.
I am no longer your mother. You, Gabrielle. Get out of my house. The devil with you. Why did you make me doubt myself? I was doing so well. I tripped on the stairs.
At last, a friendly face.
Ella, sweet child, hurry. You shall be late for the banquet.
No, everything's ruined.
Hurry, the prince needs you. He wants you.
I can't.
Why do you think he's having the second event tonight? To try and find you.
Every time I take a step forward, Madame pushes me back. If Prince Topher saw who I truly was, he would never want me. I can't keep fighting.
If you have a dream, then very soon thereafter, you're going to have to fight for it. Why otherwise, how would you know the dream is yours?
But my life.
Exactly. It's your life. Beyond the voice that keeps insisting no, there is something more than doubting, breaking through darkness, something that sends your heart aglow. Someone wants you, you know. Now you're living, there's music in you. You're hearing something new. Someone playing the music in you. Now you're living, you know why. Now there's nothing you won't try. Move the mountain, light the sky, make a wish come true. There is music in you.
But I can't go to the banquet. My clothing is in tatters.
Yes, perhaps we need even more tatters. More rags, rags, rags.
But
Rags, rags, rags. Tatters and shatters and bags. Make the new from old. Tatters that matter and rags. Spin them into gold. Now pick up all these rags and place them in your bag. And remember, the magic is gone at midnight.
yes, the magic is gone at midnight. Is there anything else?
Well, the glass slippers are already upon your feet, and... Oh, yes, this book that Jean-Michel gave you. Now you only have the entire world to help you. Now you can go wherever you want to go. Now you can do whatever you want to do. Now you can be whatever you want to be. And love is the song he will sing you all life long. Move the mountain, light the sky, make a wish come true.
This is still an option.
Your Majestic Highness, I believe all the guests have arrived. It's time for the banquet.
I'm waiting for her. She has to come.
Very well, sire. But be warned, this party is a pack of gossips. I'd hurried along if I were you.
It's Topher!
You're here!
I'm sorry I'm late.
I knew if I had a banquet, you would come!
And I'm sorry about before.
And you're even more beautiful than I remembered.
Did you really have this banquet just to find me?
I would have 100 banquets to find you.
And the part about me being more beautiful than you remember?
Yes, of course.
Wow, what do you know about that?
I've been thinking about you. And I've been thinking about what you were saying. About the people having their land taken from them. Sebastian tells me I should ignore such talk,
But you know that if you're going to be king, you have to pay attention to the things people tell you to ignore.
Yes, I want to meet all of my people. Not only the ones that the court lets me see. I just don't know how. It's impossible.
It's going to be more possible than you can even imagine. My sister, Gabrielle, and my friend, Jean-Michel, are headed here right now with some of your people to talk to you.
To talk to me? But if things are as bad as you say they are, then they'll be angry with me.
I think if you can do battle with a giant or a dragon, you can handle a person that just wants to talk.
Okay, you're good.
Just be yourself. They'll see the man that I see. They're coming.
Wait! You never told me your name.
Just trust me, because I'm your one true friend. Friends, come meet Prince Topher. Just don't say my name.
I won't say your name. I won't even ask about the gold dress.
Are you okay?
Yes. Jean-Michel is a wonderful man with a lot of great ideas.
No. It's nice to meet you.
And this is my sister, Gabrielle. And this is Sam.
It's an honor to meet you.
Hey, this prince is all right.
And this is Yvonne and her baby.
I can see the resemblance. Okay, I'm holding a baby.
You can talk to him like a real guy.
Prince Topher, Jean-Michel has something he'd like to say to you.
We, these people, have had their homes and property taken from them. I've said this before, but now I know what it is to have someone you love lose their home. We need your help. We need to have our voices heard. For you just can't wait to be served by fate on a silver plate or tray.
Now is the time of a life, the time of your life is today.
Yes, I understand, and trust me, I too know what it's like to be ignored. I want to help you, but how?
Fiddle-dee-dee, fiddle-dee, fumble. All the wishes in the world go out they tumble.
Of course, it's here.
What's here?
Have you read it?
I read it at university.
Look, chapter 2.
Oh, of course! Chapter 2!
Chapter 2! I didn't get that far.
Yes. Chapter 2. People, I think I have a plan.
I knew you would.
Long live Prince Topher, our future king.
Prince Topher. What are you doing surrounded by all these ragamuffins?
Sebastian, you said that nobody needed our help. What do you call these people?
Well, from their attire, I assume artists.
We demand to have our voices heard.
A beheading would not be out of place here, sire.
Yes, that's a very good idea. All of the people will be heard.
What is going on?
Now, there is a way for all to be seen and heard. It is here in this book. People, in 1 month I shall create a job for the post of Prime Minister, someone who will counsel me. I nominate our current Lord and Protector, Sebastian.
Sire, I am unworthy.
And I also nominate this man, Jean Michel. Let the people decide the way things are or the way things could be. And everybody, rich or poor, only receives one vote.
One person, one vote? Where's the fun in that?
People, in 1 month, I give you an election.
What a guy. He's a plain and simple, complicated, fascinating.
All right. And now, everybody, rich or poor, into the palace for a free banquet.
You did it. I knew you could.
I did do it, and I think I know who I am now.
You're smiling. I've seen you smile before, but never like that.
I know the king I can be. Just, fair, kind-hearted. I found myself, and you showed me the way.
You seem so sure of yourself, so sure of everything.
I feel like I can take on any question that gets thrown at me.
You can.
With you, I can. There's only one question I don't have an answer for. Do I love you because you're beautiful? Or are you beautiful because I love you? Am I making believe I see in you a girl too lovely to be really true? Do I want you because you're wonderful? Or are you wonderful because I want you? Are you the sweet invention of a lover's dream? Or are you really as beautiful as you seem?
I'm making believe I see in you a man too perfect to be really true. Do I want you because you're wonderful? Or are you wonderful because I want you?
Are you the sweet invention of a lover's dream? Or are you really as beautiful as you seem? And now, I feel we really changed the world. You and I.
To the banquet?
To the banquet!
What time is it?
Only midnight. Why?
Midnight. I have to go.
Don't go!
If you saw who I truly was, you would never want me.
Please, don't leave me! Wait! Guards! Anyone! Somebody help me! Somebody stop her! Please! Aha!
Hear ye, hear ye. 8 o'clock and all is well. A great day in the kingdom. In 1 month will be our first free election for Prime Minister of the land. The candidates are Jean-Michel and our current Lord and Protector, Sebastian. But tomorrow, all women come to the palace and try on the glass slipper. Whoever fits it shall be married to the prince. This is the biggest news cycle I have ever shouted. I'll be back at 11 with local weather and sports. Hear ye, hear ye. The prince intends to search until he finds the girl who fits the bill. Well, not the bill, the shoe, I mean a shoe to fit a queen. The shoe does not fit.
I'm going to find that girl. If the shoe is made of Venetian glass, it could only fit one person. I mean, that's why she left it, right?
It does not look good.
How goes it?
Make sure to make eye contact with His Highness. For our family, you would try it on first.
Don't you mean only? No one has seen Cinderella since you yelled at her 2 nights ago. You got rid of Gabrielle because she likes that guy who might be our new prime minister. Wow, good call there.
I don't know what is wrong in this world. Everything I felt was holy and true is now trash, and that which meant nothing to me means everything.
Here goes nothing. Me again? Hey.
Gabrielle, I've come to the decision that if I do become prime minister, I'm gonna marry you.
The shoe does not fit.
Of course it doesn't fit. I'm not the girl the prince has fallen in love with. None of us are that girl.
Is that the last eligible lady in the kingdom?
She appears to be, yes.
She can't be!
I told you the girl wouldn't come. Can we end this charade?
Has every lady in the kingdom truly tried on this slipper?
I haven't tried on the slipper. Everything has led you to this moment. Now you have something to believe in. Yourself. All the dreamers in the world, busy in the noodle.
By all means, make yourself ridiculous. Try on that slipper.
It's too rich.
You can do it.
That's my sister.
Have we met before?
Yes, but we are seeing each other for the first time right now.
The shoe fits.
It is you! You who showed me my own kingdom, who gave me a glass of water that day I was thirsty. Please don't run away again. I don't think I could bear it.
It was you? We both know how horribly I've treated you since your father's death. I know it's beyond reason to ask for some of your kindness. I'm not worthy.
Madame, you have treated me very horribly indeed. But I say to you now the kindest words I know. I forgive you.
Thank you.
Do you think that includes me?
For you, it probably involves several hours of community service.
You're wonderful. Do you think I could learn your name now?
Cinderella.
Cinderella. It's beautiful.
It's a name I once hated. But starting today, I'll keep so that when anyone thinks something's impossible, they'll just say my name and no otherwise.
Cinderella, I love you so much. I don't know what to do.
Oh, well, is marriage still on the table?
Yes, oh my, yes, you have to marry me. Oh, I mean, will you marry me? Oh, wait. Cinderella, will you marry me?
Yes, my handsome prince, I will marry you. In the arms of my love.
again.
I may never come down to earth again.
Fields are aglow in autumn yellow, and the sky is a robin's egg blue. It makes you wish when you fall asleep, you will dream about the view. Bizarre and improbable and pretty, as a page from the fairy tale books. It makes you wish that this world could be as lovely as it all around you. Sing sweet sound you can hear in the earth and down from the sky. What a lucky girl! What a lucky guy! What a girl! What a guy! impossible looks impossible. Things are happening
We first just want to thank you all so much for coming out. We were excited that we were able to have a live audience, even if it was only 50. It was still better than the alternate. So thank you so much for coming out. And also just wanted to recognize my directors, Mr. Taylor. Ms. Haas, who was doing a lot of the backstage stuff. So thank you. And then I just really want to take some time to recognize how awesome this group was. I can't say enough. I know I said something in the program about it, but man, they're hard workers, respectful, dedicated, and overworked kids. I mean, we went from a time where there was only one activity at the start. They were finishing speech when we first started, and within 2 weeks, everything exploded, and they had everything. They were in academic bowl, they were volleyball, football, FFA, basketball, cheer, Weiss. Thank you. So it was amazing when we would get them for 20 minutes sometimes before they had to run off to the next activity. But they sure made every minute of their time count. So we really appreciate them. So if you want to give them another applause, that'd be great. not going to take the next half hour and tell you all of our various thanks of everyone that has helped, but it's all written in the program. But I do want to just point out how great it was with Mrs. Stewart doing our costumes. And it was just really fun because she had her textile and apparels class was helping so much with the costumes, and they were excited about it. They would come running in and say, "Look what we just finished," and they just had a great time with that, and we really appreciate that whole class. And then Miss Trone's STEM class, middle schoolers, made the swords and the shields for us. So that was just also fun just to have all of the different areas of kids working. We had to tell our knights to be careful with their swords. Some of them were a little sharp, but it was just really fun seeing all the different people work together. And now I just want to take time to recognize our seniors. We have 11 of them right now. Usually we give them a little gift, but they're going to have to wait for that till next week because we didn't, sorry. But with having both shows in the same day, we didn't have quite as much time as we would have liked, so you'll get that eventually. But first, let's start recognizing them. So Kylie, if Kylie could take a step forward. Come on out, Kylie. Why don't you go right down? And Kylie has been with us all 4 years, whether behind the scene or in a play, and we just really appreciate her work with us. And we also have Trevor Gruby on lights. And Connor Tippett on lights. Kylie, why don't you scooch down a little bit? And both Trevor and Connor are just such great hard workers with the lights and just being willing to do whatever we need with those. And then we have Charlie Schnitzler. Charlie, come on out. Charlie was I don't know if we can call him the backstage guru or what we can call him.
Charlie was my go-to. If I needed anything done, I just had to ask Charlie to do it, and he did it. I mean, he would be here all hours with me, and I just had to say, "Hey, I have an idea," and Charlie's like, "Okay, I'll do it," and he did it. And I may have told him he couldn't graduate, so.
And we have Allie White with us next, so come on up, Allie. Allie was new to our school, I think, in November. She was new to the school in November, and she said, "I've never done a play before, but sure, I'd like to try it." So it was fun to have her with us also. And next we have Jake Velkamp. There's a lot I could say about Jake, but we'll just say we loved having him on our cast. No, Jake is a lot of fun and just always fun to be around, so we'll keep him up there. And Adam Holcomb is next. Both Jake and Adam have been doing plays all 4 years, so it's just extra fun to have both of them continue their senior year. And we have Greta Dittmer. Greta has also been with us all 4 years, and it's just really fun when you've had them as freshmen to see how much they've grown by the time they get to senior year. So it's great to have her. And Mary Scott. Another 4-year person that, all of them, I could keep talking, and I know you guys probably all want to go home, but I could keep talking for a while just about how dedicated they are and how willing they are, all willing to do anything that we ask them to do.
So just know that they have that in them. If they're not doing that at home, they can. And we have Hampton Petchy. I thought Hampton was with us all 4 years, but he reminded me that there was 1 year where he chose not to, and he regrets that decision. But we loved having him with us as well. And then last but not least, we have Livia Haas. So as you can see, we will have quite the hole in our drama department next year, but we will be excited for them and see what the future lies for them, and know that the rest of you can fill these big shoes in the future. So thanks again for coming out, and thank
you. We just, on behalf of all the seniors and all the cast, we want to thank all of our directors for fighting to give us a show this year and letting us have this opportunity. So I'll let Kelsey hand them out. And another round of applause for them.
Thanks again for coming. What we're going to have the cast do, just to try to keep us a little COVID friendly, is we're going to have the cast spread out throughout the gym. And feel free to visit them and take pictures or do whatever you would like at that time. But we're just going to keep them spread out a little bit. So have a great night. Thanks again for coming out.